Hey everyone, Jordan here with PadPath, bringing you again more information to make your home buying and selling journey as easy as possible. At PadPath, our goal is to make your journey simple, hassle-free, and this is just another example of how we're doing that. Today, we're going to discuss the City of Cape Coral Utilities Extension Project, specifically the North 1 West area. This is a very important topic because if you live in the North 1 West area or pretty much anywhere around the Cape, you are eventually going to be impacted by the Utilities Extension Project if you haven't already been impacted. And there can be a large financial expense associated with this Utilities Extension Project. So you definitely want to pay attention to this information and know where you fall in the City of Cape Coral's plans for rolling out water and sewer. So my goal today is to make this as simple as possible. I'm going to spend a few minutes with you here and go over some of the pertinent information that you want to pay attention to. I am also going to put all of the links for everything that we discuss in our bio, and I'm also going to post it along with this video. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to show you is the map of the Utilities Extension Project. So this project is primarily impacting right now the northern part of the Cape. What I'm referring to is the area north of Pine Island Boulevard, west of Cleveland Avenue, which is Tamiami Trail, all the way extending over to the Burnt Store Road area. Today in particular, we're going to discuss the North 1 West area, which is scheduled to begin 2023-2024, which I am hovering over with my map. If I zoom in here with my cursor, basically this is the area that is just west of Del Prado Boulevard, east of Santa Barbara, and then south of Kismet. So this is the North 1 West. The North 1 East is just to the east of that, and that is just east of Del Prado Boulevard over here where Diplomat kind of curves before it reaches Tamiami Trail. So this is the first link that you want to pay attention to. So this is on the capecoral.gov website. And right here, you can actually find where you fall in the utility extension area. You can do this very easily. Actually, there's 3 ways for you to do it. You can either put your address in here, you can put your name right here, or you can input the strap number to the property. And I'll show you how to get the strap number in a moment. The second link that you want to pay attention to once you find utilities extension area is the Cape IMS. If you're not already familiar with the Cape IMS link, I highly suggest that you check it out. The Cape IMS link is your go-to source for everything that is associated with your property records in the Cape area. It's a very interactive map, and the city takes screenshots of the general area a few times a year. So this is constantly being updated to reflect all of the new construction, building, and extension projects that are going on in the city. Of particular note, today we're going to actually focus on one property. This property was brought to us by a fellow PadPath client who is actually looking to purchase this parcel of vacant land. This is a parcel of vacant land right off of Andalusia Boulevard, north of Diplomat. It is actually zoned for multifamily. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to use this as an example, and we're going to show you what the financial impact is to that individual's property. So let's dive right in. So the property address is 2127 Andalusia. There's a couple ways you can search for it here on the Cape IMS. You can actually search for the site address if you know the owner name or the strap number. I didn't know the owner name or the strap number, so I just searched by property address. We search it, boom, it comes up right here. Another way you can do it is if you were to zoom in on the map, you can actually just click on the property and it comes up. So right here, you basically get all of the property details for 2127 Andalusia. Right off the bat here, we see the strap number, and that is the number that I was suggesting that you can put in here if you knew it. You also have other information such as the address, the property owner's name. You have the current zoning. As I said, it was multifamily. the legal description, and then here you see you have the water description. So we know that this property is located in North 1 West, which should coincide with the information that you would get from this link. So far, everything is scoring away. Now, I do want to make note here. This is going to be important in a second. This is a triple lot. So as you know, lots in Cape Coral are typically two 5,000 square foot lots. So they're sold as a 10,000 square foot lot. That is typically how addresses are sold. This particular lot is a triple lot. So it's 15,000 square feet. And this is going to play an important role because the city is billing you based off of the length of the land that you have that is facing the street. And so if you have a lot, for example, let's take 2131. This is a 10,000 square foot lot, right? A normal lot. They're going to bill you for this area that is right here. That's the only street that you have adjacent to your lot. For 2127, it's 15,000 square feet. That means that it has about 120 feet of frontage. So a normal 10,000 square foot lot has about 80 feet. 2127 has about 120 feet, and they're going to be billed for that. If you have a lot that is on a corner, even if it's a 10,000 square foot lot, you're going to be billed for both corners. So there's two sides that are street facing. Here it is the southernmost point and the westernmost point for this particular example here. So back to our example of 2127. If you want to find out how much the utilities extension project is going to cost you, you can click on this right here, which is your estimated loan payoff. And let's click on that run report. And here we go. It brings us to this link. So this particular property, given its location in North 1 West, and given the fact that it is a 15,000 square foot lot, again, with that larger frontage, this is the estimated cost of the expansion of utilities being built by the city of Cape Coral. Now, the best way to understand this is actually to go to this guide. And I'm going to post this guide in our link in bio. This is an informational packet that discusses every single detail of the North 1 West expansion project. I highly suggest that you check this out, particularly, most importantly, if you're in North 1 West. But if you're in other areas of the Cape scheduled for expansion later at a later point in time, I think this would be important for you as well. So I will leave it up to you to read the rest of the items. What I want to go to primarily is to the financial impact section. And I'm going to make this very simple because it's a little complicated the way that they explain it. But let me make it simple for you. Essentially, they are breaking down the cost of extending the utilities over to your area and giving you a couple of options. You can either prepay it, so you would have these prepayment fees, and these items that are listed down here, these dollar amounts, are based off of a standard 10,000 square foot lot, which should apply to most cases. However, if you have a larger lot like 2127 Andalusia, the one that our PadPather had, then actually the extension assessment is going to be a little bit more, as I mentioned, because there is a larger area that is covered. So that individual is paying for a larger segment of the extension project. So right off the bat here, you see you have an initial prepayment option here for 2023. Then there's another option beginning in October of 23 through July of 24. As you can see, the cost goes up a little bit. And it's important to mention that what the city is billing you for is essentially 6 different items. 3 of the items pertain particularly to your property. So that is the potable water, that is the water coming into your house. You have the wastewater, which is essentially the black water, the waste coming out of your house. And then you have the irrigation system. These are dependent on the size of your property. Then you have the capital facility assessment. The capital facility assessment is the same regardless of how large your property is. So a 10,000 square foot lot is going to be billed the same as a 15,000 square foot lot. And the reason for that is because here you are paying for the actual capital improvement of the city of Cape Coral water treatment plant. So that is what you're paying for here. The third option, and the one that I suspect that most individuals will take advantage of, is the amortized payment option. So right off the bat, the city is being nice enough and they are giving you a loan for the capital improvements that is going to be added as part of your annual property tax bill. Let me repeat that. The cost of the capital improvements for your water extension project that pertain to your particular home, the city is giving you an option to pay that cost as part of your annual property tax bill. And it is going to be added automatically as a non ad valorem assessment onto your property tax bill. So if you're paying X amount of dollars in taxes right now for your property, the moment that the city begins to extend water and sewer to your area, you're going to start to see, if you do choose this amortized payment option, you are going to automatically see it on your tax bill. And so the important item to keep here is that automatically it is going to default to a 30-year term. So think of this like a 30-year loan for the total amount of expenses that you're going to pay for your particular property. There is another optional term, which is a 20 or 25-year term, and this will allow you to pay your capital expenses for the utilities extension project in a shorter amount of time, obviously between 20 and 25 years as opposed to 30. In these cases, as would be standard with a, let's say, a single family home loan, since you're paying it off in a shorter amount of time, then you can expect the payment to be more expensive, but you're going to pay it off quicker. The most important part is that you are not only going to be paying the actual capital expenses associated with your water and sewer in your property, but the city is going to add an annual maximum annual interest rate of 6.5% for this loan. So you can think of it as a 30-year loan at a maximum rate of 6.5% for the total amount of expenses dealing with your capital improvement for your water and sewer. Finally, I wanted to show you what it looks like for our PadPather at 2127 Andalusia. So we did this analysis for them. We would be happy to help you if you are looking to buy in the North 1 West area. We would be happy to run this analysis for you too. What we did was we took the total amount of expenses that this individual had as part of this estimated loan payoff, which I showed you. We got it from the Cape IMS. After clicking on estimated loan payoff, we click run report. Then we got this. We transferred all of these dollar amounts over to an Excel worksheet and we added them up. So 2127, which is about 120 feet of frontage, that's a 15,000 square foot lot. The city, if the individual chooses to use the 30-year amortizing loan, they're going to pay this off over 30 years. The loan amount is going to be 46,675, and we're assuming a maximum annual interest rate of 6.5%. And so what that looks like is essentially, if you plug that into the calculator, that comes out to a $3,540 payment on an annual basis. So whatever this property was paying in taxes, you can automatically assume that after the water and sewer extension project at 2127 Andalusia is completed, the individual can expect their taxes to increase by this amount here. Again, on an annual basis over 30 years until the entire balance of the loan is paid off. The last thing that I want to note is that the city does make known that if at any point you do decide to prepay your loan, you can do so with no penalties. And the other thing is that if you currently own a home and you do fall into this 30-year payment program for the amortization, if at any point you do sell your property, there is an option for the new buyer to assume those payments as part of the tax bill. And so there are several options here. There is one final option, which is for a hardship, the city's hardship deferral program. And I will let you read that, but there is an option for those who are in a greater need and essentially cannot make this payment. This is a program that those individuals can take advantage of. And there are some maximum income per household to take advantage of the grant program for qualifying individuals, but I wanted to provide it here more so as a point of awareness in case that you are experiencing some hardship, that you can take advantage of these guidelines put out by the city and take advantage of this grant program. So that is what we have for you today. Again, we wanted to provide you with an update on the North One West Utilities Extension project. Feel free to post any questions that you have down in the comments. Check out our link in bio where we're going to put everything that is needed in order to run this analysis. And if you have any questions whatsoever, you can come to us. PadPath is here for you to answer any of your technical questions regarding your needs in the Cape Coral area. We are your Cape Coral gurus. All right. Have a great day.